Are you looking for the next craft beer to try? Well, maybe Nihilist from Oddside is the one for you. Welcome back, everybody. So today we are going to try Nihilist. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. This is by Side Ales, barrel-aged double India Pale Ale. The beer cares about nothing is what it says. 10% ABV, 1 pint. I think I picked this up in 2018. Because it's barrel-aged, if you've been subscribed to my channel or watching my beer reviews, I don't really like that young barrel-aged beer, so I have aged it. It's actually been in the fridge since the day I got it. So we'll see how this is and go from there. Per Untapped, it's 77 IBUs. I have not seen a review or anything on it, so this should be interesting. Get it in here. There we go. We'll go ahead and read the side. West Coast style double IPA pale ale packs a hoppy punch with smooth citrusy finish, brewed with Citra, Amarillo, and Simcoe hops, aged in bourbon barrels. Should be good, hopefully. We do have a almost golden color head, very thick, very small bubbles, some medium in there, about 1.5 fingers of head. Bubbles on the side are compact like dish soap. Color, golden in color, very clear, some bubbles coming up. I can see through that. It looks like it's a filtered beer. Let's go ahead and get a smell. You are getting that bourbon barrel, maybe a touch of oak, but that bourbon barrel oak really takes over this beer. I'm not smelling anything else. Maybe a touch of sweet malt in there, but yeah, as far as I can tell, that bourbon barrel really took over this beer. Maybe a hint of vanilla from the barrel itself. I'm going to close this. There we go. Okay, let's taste. Very smooth, charred oak, bourbon, vanilla, sweetness is all I get. A little bit of bitterness on the back. Yeah, very smooth beer. It's almost like drinking bourbon on rocks. But, like I said, it does have a touch of bitterness in back. I wish that Citra, Simcoe, Amarillo would come out more. But it almost tastes like it was very wet barrels, because let's just say this is almost a year old. And that bourbon barrel is still there. I don't get as much oak. It's more charred than anything. Body is, I think, a syrup. There is some sweetness in there. My guess is that's from all the grains they're using, maybe, to get it up to 10%. Obviously, the bourbon barrel did add some. But when I drink it, I almost think of syrup. Very good. I'd probably have to go with a 4 out of 5 on this one. My pitfall in this beer is, like I said before, that citrus, that Amarillo, that Simcoe isn't coming out. And almost for a year old, I would think that barrel would die off some. It almost tastes young without the alcohol. You're not getting any alcohol in this beer. But I'm not sure what that Simcoe, Amarillo, and Citra are doing to this beer. But it's good. I'll drink the whole thing. It goes down smooth. It is syrupy. You do get that grain sweetness in there. I really don't think it's balanced well. If you're looking at that side for a West Coast IPA, that sweet malt should be coming out. Pine bitterness should be in there, and you're really not getting it. You are getting a touch of bitterness, pine, excuse me, on the back end, but even the aftertaste is more of that sweet syrup, bourbon, almost charcoal oak taste. But yeah, 4 out of 5 on this one. Let's check Untapped. 21 of my friends have rated this, average 4.27 out of 5. A little over 5,000 people have rated this, average 4 out of 5. I think I picked one of these up for Mike. I could be wrong. Way too sweet, syrupy. Not enough hop balance. Okay, so that guy's on the same page as I am. Boozy and bitter. My guess is he had it when it was young. Greg had the 2015 version and gave it a 4. He had that in 2016. Could be almost a year like mine, but I do agree it's almost like a syrup. The best bourbon, pineapple upside down cake. I don't think I would go that far. I don't get those tropical fruits out of it. Maybe when it was young. The weird part, and I'm glad I'm looking at these. Let me scroll up to this top one. I don't know if they've made a version of this before, but the newest or the latest check-in is 2018. Then they all go back to 2016. I don't think there's any way it's that old, 3 years old. I do believe this was before they started putting dates on here, but I'm pretty sure I got this last year at one of their releases with some fruit sickles or something. So that's what I'm going with. It's a 2018 bottle. I could be totally wrong, but it's still good. If you're into those bourbon barrel aged beers, definitely one to pick up and try and see what you think, especially if you like almost straight bourbon and sweetness. Most people are probably not, but if you're into that, I like it. But yeah, definitely one to pick up and try. So if you like this video, thumbs up. If you don't, thumbs down. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so you know when new videos are coming out. And until next time, happy brewing.